Happy holidays, everyone. This is Austin from the NERF LMTD Corporation, and finally, after a year of waiting, we finally have it. The NERF Limited Star Wars Mandalorian Amban Phase Pulse Blaster. God, that is a mouthful. But yeah, guys, it's finally here. I definitely am pretty excited to open it up. But before we begin, we should probably talk about this a little bit. If you don't want to listen to my rant and just want to see the review portion of this video, skip ahead to that timestamp right there, because I am going to be doing a little bit of ranting, or maybe a lot of ranting, because let me just say that the execution of this product was awful. Honestly, though, where do I even begin? This thing was available for pre-order last year in December, so December of 2020. And basically, it was a pre-order exclusive thing. So basically, what that means is that once that window to pre-order it closes, you can't get it. That's the whole, or that's kind of the limited edition side of it. Is you have to get it during the time that it's available. Otherwise, you can't get it. And the price was $120. Yikes! But I still got it because I am a fan of The Mandalorian, if you couldn't tell. And I honestly thought it'd be a very unique item to have in my arsenal. But there's just so much wrong. So it was expected to arrive in October of this year, actually. Well, October comes and it gets delayed to December, which is fine. Whatever, it's just a couple more months. Okay, that's fine. That wasn't so much a big deal. But it's what they did, I think around the same time that was really wrong. Basically, they revealed this other version of the Amban Phase Pulse Blaster. Exact same shell, right? Just a recolor. Really the only difference besides the recolor is just no lights and no sounds. And it was $60 too. I don't think it's actually been, released yet. It's been revealed, but either way, $60 less than this thing right here. I was definitely a little bit mad about this because, what the hell? I spent the $120 for, the normal version, and then you guys just freaking make this other version that's $60 less. Come on, right? However, at the end of the day, I was, okay with it because at least I kind of had the justification of it being the actual limited edition version, right? They relisted it. You can go on the Hasbro Pulse website and you will see that it's back with a very slight upcharge too. It's $5 or $6 or something. So we're already not off to a great start, but then something really bizarre happens. Last month, there were people who ordered from Amazon that were actually getting theirs early, which is great. I'm not saying that's bad at all. However, I'm pretty sure that basically everyone that ordered from Amazon was getting theirs not even protected in a box. They were literally just getting this with a shipping label slapped on it. What the fuck? Now, since I ordered on the actual Hasbro Pulse website, I did in fact get a box to protect this in. So mine is just fine, right? It's not damaged at all, really, so mine is okay. But for the people who ordered it from Amazon, they got really unlucky, and their box was super damaged. Now, whether or not you care about the box getting damaged, either way, I'm pretty sure that the box was considered a selling point of the blaster because it had all the premium artwork on it, right? I do believe that it was actually a selling point. So when you get something delivered to you that doesn't have any protection and this thing gets all damaged, come on. Guys, what were you thinking? I don't know if it was Hasbro's fault or just Amazon's fault. It might have just been Amazon's fault because I don't think I've heard of any instances where someone ordered from the actual website and they got their box, unprotected. But I don't know, man. Either way, it's messed up. And now let's move on to the actual product itself. I've heard that it's really not that great. Every review that I have watched, I've watched 4 or 5 reviews already, and each one has said the same complaint of it feeling too lightweight and cheap feeling. Another complaint I've heard is that the wearing detail literally just looks like silver Sharpie. Which, wow. Thanks, Hasbro, for that high quality paint job. And then I think I've even seen that the two spikes at the front have been bent, like, out of the box. Like, it's... Listen, I think you guys get the point. This thing's a mess. With that being said, I'm going to open it up and make my own thoughts on this thing and see what it really is like in person. But I'm definitely not going to sugarcoat anything with this product. So, let's get started. Alright everyone, here it is, the Amban Phase Pulse Blaster. It's a little bit too big and can't fit in frame, but I'll try my best to show it off. So, there it is. With it, you get 10 of these gray Elite Darts, which, you know, is alright, I guess. They're neat. And then you do, of course, also get your instructions. This blaster also requires 2 AAA batteries. The battery compartment is right over there. Now that I have it out of the box, I'm going to address a couple of those complaints. The first one being that lightweight feeling. Yeah, I'd have to agree. It feels cheap, even with the batteries in, although, yeah, I know, they're just AAAs. Obviously, they're not heavy, but I'm just saying, like, even with the batteries in, like, it feels, yeah, not that great. Another complaint being the wear detailing, and, well, it's okay, but it's really not good. It definitely does kind of look like Sharpie, to be honest. It does. It looks like silver Sharpie. I would have to agree with that. It's not that great. And then also the complaint of, like, the forks being, like, bent out of the box. Mine are a little bit bent. It's actually not too bad, but a little bit. It's there. So, you know, that kind of sucks, but I don't really care that much, to be honest. I do still think that just, you know, overall, it does look cool. I do really like the gold. Um, you know, so it's okay. But, yeah, first impressions aren't too great. But let's go over this blaster. So, of course, you do not have an strike barrel attachment point because of these 2 spike things here. And then all throughout here, you got just all this faux barrel, which is, you know, definitely going to hurt your performance a little bit. But this really wasn't supposed to be like a high competitive blaster or anything. It's just really just to capture that aesthetic. But and then, of course, like I mentioned earlier, you do have your battery compartment over here. There's actually no tactical rails on this blaster, but you do get a scope that does light up. To turn it on, there's this orange button right here. Just press that and it turns on. It's, you know, not a very good scope. You can't really see it through it, obviously, although, you know, it's just, again, to capture the aesthetic. Obviously, it's not like a scope that you would, like, really use, so it's fine. It's, you know, at least it lights up, right? Like, it's kind of cool, I guess, but, yeah, it's not that great. However, this blaster does actually have a pretty cool loading mechanism. So there's this piece right here, and when you push it forward, it pops up the breech. Then you insert a dart into it, and then you just press that down, and it makes the sound, and then you just make sure to prime that back, and then now you can fire. And it does have sounds for when you pull the trigger as well. And then, oh boy, let's talk about those ergonomics, because this is one awkward stock. If you want to like actually use this stock, well, it's just really awkward because it's just, you have your hand right here, and it's just not very good. Not ergonomic. Again, this is trying to capture the aesthetic from the show, The Mandalorian. But I think even in The Mandalorian, wasn't the stock a little bit longer? I don't think it was this short. So, I don't know, man. But the ergonomics are just weird to use. You can kind of find the way to use it comfortably, but it's just not that good. And then it does look like we have a single sling mount on the other side. And that's pretty much about it for this blaster. So, let's see what this thing can do on the firing range. So overall, this blaster is fun to use and is pretty cool, but it's really not that high quality or anything, and really, I just think that the entire thing was a huge flop. I really hope that NERF Limited improves with the upcoming releases. With that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you guys later. Happy holidays.